as I've gotten older, it's strange because obviously I'm only 22 still, but I've been trying to grow into a role that I can see myself playing for this team. And obviously there's bumps in the road, and I think like this team and the staff are so supportive throughout it all, and it's been a little bit of an evolution, and I look to keep pushing that in the upward projection, but it's definitely felt good over the last few months, yeah. A big part of why I made that move was to get minutes, and the time that I spent in Paris allowed me to develop a lot, like as a player, as a person especially. A thing we talk about is nothing's the same as a 90-minute game. Like, you can train so hard in off-season and work so hard and run so much fitness, and then the second you play a 90-minute game, you can just be gassed because it's just a different sort of fitness, it's a different sort of movement. So I just knew I needed that, and that was a big reason why I went to Seattle and made my move, and getting that has definitely helped immensely, and having such amazing staff there and players there, like it's felt like home, like genuinely. So just having a role and like a coach who kind of instills confidence in you no matter what, like even when things are going hard, because as a forward things like that happen, and just feeling that confidence from the side as well, it just brings the best out of me. So having that has also helped a lot. Oh, no one's gonna ever replace Sink. No, that's not possible. Yeah, no, there's no, yeah, I can't really say much. There's no, for what she did for the game, the record she set, like that is practically unattainable nowadays, like genuinely speaking. I mean, she's an icon for a reason. She did so much, and she was such a great human, so there will be no replacing Sink. I think I can just become me and kind of like fill the team with my presence and make that different from hers. But yeah, hers will always live within this team as a legacy, and yeah, forever and always. I'm excited for us to kind of go back to the Olympics and prove ourselves again after the gold medal and after not having a great World Cup, and kind of like us accepting that and seeing it and kind of adapting from it and kind of moving forward from there. So I'm just excited for us to kind of rebound from that. And I think that we're sitting in a good spot. I think we're scoring more goals than we have in the past, and I think that's something we've really struggled with. I think that's been important, and so keeping that momentum moving forward will be the goal, and that's why it's exciting for this to kind of be running with an Olympic year.
Jordyn Huitema coming into her own and standing just under 6 feet. One of her strengths on the pitch is scoring goals by way of header, and she had a couple of those in the Gold Cup. Jordyn, Jess, take us through those ones.
You say 6 feet, that's about right here for me, but Jordyn Huitema, great in the air. The 4 of her last 5 goals have been from headers. She scored 1 with her feet, but she's so dangerous. And we just want to take a further look at it. The 2 goals that she scored at the last Gold Cup. So as they're playing through here, Canada, Jessie Fleming's going to get on the ball. But I just want everyone to take a look here at Jordyn Huitema. Hungry in the box, ready, right there. This is the first thing that I want to highlight, right? Calling for the ball. Jessie played the game for many years. The pass doesn't make the finish, right? It has to be the movement here for Jordyn Huitema. And the fact that she's calling, she's eager. No one's going to play her the ball. Jessie Fleming doesn't have it yet. But no one's going to play her the ball if she's not willing and eager and asking for it and calling. And this is what she's been doing really well lately. So as we play it through, Fleming gets it. Huitema knows that Jessie Fleming can get the ball to her. And I love this because she gets in between 2 defenders, makes that run, gets across the face of a defender. And that's how you really score goals. And when she's making that move as we play it through, there's just one thing she has to do, Jess, and that's just get that right contact on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the exact hunger you want from your forwards. And I just want to point out, you know, there is a big difference between a defensive header and an offensive header. And we spoke about this a bit. But as a defender, you're really trying to get it out of the... Yeah, exactly. That was good. Everybody got that? You know, you're really trying to get it out of the danger zone. You're just trying to redirect it back to the opponent. When you're an offensive player, you really have to attack that ball, which she does really, really well here. She also has to redirect it towards the goal, so that's not something that's easy. If Jordyn Huitema did not redirect that, if she did not attack it, that ball would just went straight out of bounds.
What I like about it, it's textbook because it's her forehead, but she heads it down, right? And that's so hard for a keeper that's standing up to try to get the ball. She's so close, but if she heads it up, maybe that's a save for the keeper, a rebound that she doesn't get. So it's textbook header. She's really good at it. And it's a top-notch finish. This one I love. I want to break down. I want to give a shout-out to Jade Rose right here because what she does is turning defense into offense by going by one player. And this is just not a hopeless pass. This is something that is drawn out. asking Leon to do bits and to go forward. And I want to point this again, what we talked about in the first clip, right, Jess?
Yeah.
Asking for the ball, and you know, as a striker, sometimes you got to make that run across, have Girma follow, because that just opens up space for the team. And maybe you don't get it, but it's just opening up space.
Yeah, her movement off the ball here is huge. You see Girma doesn't end up following her, but she's left wide open, which ultimately leads to her success in getting this header goal. But Jordyn Huitema has done this really well and very consistently to get herself in the correct positions recently.
And what I like about this as well is like Jordyn Huitema recognizes that the USA are only 3 in the back.
Yep.
They're missing their right back at this point. And then as we pause it here, this is what I love again, asking for the ball, right? It's just maybe Ashley Lawrence doesn't see, but she's probably screaming, Jordyn Huitema, and raising her hand, saying that she wants it for that back post. And I'm perfect right there. Look, when you look at it first glance, Jess, she's behind the defender, but she ends up going in front of her or kind of on the shoulder of her and heads it home.
Yeah, another thing that's huge in this is her timing. She does recognize it, to your point. She takes that step left, then comes right, and is able to, you know, time that perfectly. It was a great ball by Ashley Lawrence, but she's able to attack it. And not only that, if Jordyn Huitema didn't have the header technique that she does have, if she would have just slightly made contact with this ball, it would have went straight towards Ashley Lawrence. But instead, she comes in, she changes her body position, she actually turns her shoulders towards the net along with her head, and she's able to, you know, plainly finish that in a great way.
So you're saying she's facing you, it's going back across, but because she kind of comes on an angle,
Correct.
she's able to get on frame. And she does this well. Yes, it's her size. Andy Petrillo is right. The fact that she's 5'11" helps, but it's still the confidence in the air, because as we play this through slowly, just pause it, right? Like she just gets enough on it, just enough power, right? And this is phenomenal. I hope she scores some goals with her feet, but you love to have a presence like Jordyn Huitema in the box. And quite frankly, Canada need her to be at their best, because she just picks up these chances. They're against Brazil, they're against Jamaica, Costa Rica, the U.S. She's on fire at the moment.
And you know what, Jordan? There's this next one. This is probably my favorite of this
More
package.
Jordyn Huitema?
Yeah, it's a Jordan. This is actually you.
Oh, you dug through the archives.
Playing for York here back in 2021. I mean, let's break this one down.
Look at this handsome fella. No, Jess, I'm not going to lie to you. This is one I'm saying there's no way I'm onside, but please don't miss. I'm 4 yards out.
Well, I was also going to say you're a little unmarked. Maybe that's why you finished it, but, you know, I'm going to give it to you.
It was a Can-Champ game, 2021. Wifey and my parents were in the stands. It was a hot day as well, so that's who the kiss was for. But
a goal's
again,
a goal.
It's quality header, Jess Lisi. Back to you, Andy.
Listen, we know your eyes were closed on that one, and there's a difference between Huitema scoring intentionally and that one being a fluke, my friend. We know it. Don't deny it. We know it. All right. Eyes closed, teeth gritted. Canadian Championship for 2024. The quest begins on April 23rd. All the matches will be live right here on One Soccer. Who will be crowned the national champion for this year? We're getting closer to kickoff. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Canada-Brazil. Winner moves on to face the United States on April 9th. You know the Canadians want some redemption. Let's get you ready. It's Matchday Live, presented by CIBC.